What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is main deck Monday. Now, I know this past week in Fort Wayne Regionals did happen, and it was standard. And I did record this obviously before I went to Fort Wayne. I am planning on going to Fort Wayne, so I do not have time to record a video when I get back from Sunday because it's like a 7 to 8 hour drive. So I did record this before Fort Wayne. So there's something crazy that happened or some new main meta deck. Obviously this video is not going to cover it, but hopefully during this week or next week we will for sure. But today we're actually still going to look at the top 8 list from the Dortmund regionals, and we're actually looking at Alexander Wagner's list, which is the Regice Glaceon Garbodor deck, which is very, very interesting with the hammers and Crushing Hammers. And let's go over and let's see what's it about. Now, we all know about the Vileplume box deck. Like, you play Vileplume, Mew, Jolteon, Glaceon, Regice, and pretty much attack with whoever you need to. But when Alex played this list, it's actually a little bit different, obviously, because he's not playing the Vileplume, but Jolteon and Mew. So you have Garbodor, which has Garbotox and shutdown abilities. And the main abilities you always want to shut down is Greninja and Volcanion. Greninja does have that giant water shuriken, and then Volcanion does have that steam of attack. Now, what we're going to try to attack with is this Glaceon, which has Crystal Ray 70, and during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage from Dungeons Pokemon by attacks from Evolution Pokemon. So you don't have to worry about any evolutions, like Greninja doesn't hurt you, the Megas don't hurt you because they are evolved Pokemon and stuff like that. But I mean, the main thing is evolutions, and the big one is going to be the maybe like Vespiquen as well, Zoroark, Raichu. But the main one is going to be Greninja, and that's why you play Garbodor, because you're covering your abilities and you're covering the evolutions. Now, the way we're going to take care of EXs is going to be through Regice with the Resistance Blizzard, obviously. 70 makes where EX Pokemon can't hurt you. Now, you might be asking yourself, alright, so you're taking care of the EX, you're taking care of the evolutions, but what do you do about the baby like Pokemon? You kind of just don't worry about them. We play hammers, and he played hammers to do that instead. So like the main one is going to be like Fright Night Evital, and the way we take care of this is by using Crushing Hammer and Enhanced Hammers. Because, you know, Fright Night Evital, it needs 3 energy to attack, it needs a dark and a DC, so sometimes it's hard to set up. Like, they can't take your knockout, they can't even attack basically once you play the hammers and Enhanced Hammers, which is very interesting for sure. And against Volcanion, we have Garbodor, but it still becomes interesting because Volcanion-EX can one-shot a Regice if needed. So yeah, it becomes weird. You can hit for weakness, but then they can Ranger and knock you out. You don't take a knockout automatically because you do 140. So yeah, that's an interesting matchup for sure. But then you have Fighting Fury Belt to make the math. I don't know. I feel like it is more on your side. Don't get me wrong, but it definitely becomes a interesting matchup. But yeah, that's all the Pokemon. Of course, like always, 2 Shaymin. So like I said, the whole concept. If you're playing against Evolution deck, use Glaceon. Against everything else, you're pretty much using Regice. And against those, you know, those baby like the only one I can really think on top of my head is Evital, like Fright Night Evital. That's the main basic Pokemon that's not EX that attacks a lot. Jirachi maybe is kind of scary. But yeah, besides that, you should be good to go. But we play 4 Crushing Hammers, just slow our opponent down. Discard energy if we flip heads. 2 Enhanced Hammer, discard special in the field. 1 Super Rod, shuffle 3 combination of Pokemon energies back into your deck. 3 Trainers Mail Ultra Ball, 4 via Seeker. Now, the thing about this is the list is online, has 61 cards, and he played 2 Team Flare Grunt. I cut a Team Flare Grunt for just 1. I think 1 is fine. Discard energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. For Sycamore, 1 Ninja Boy to help swap out between Glaceon and Regice. You're going to notice there's no max elixirs, so the energy you attach to her 1 has to be perfect, which is sometimes hard to do when your opponent starts Shaymin. And to kind of like help us out as we do play Ninja Boy, so you can swap out that Glaceon Regice the first turn if you do make a mistake, and do whoever you want to, which is fantastic. So we play 3 in, 2 Lysandre. 2 Lysandre so good in almost every deck. 1 Faded Town, just help against Mega decks. It will take a little while to knock them out because you're only doing 70, so you have to take 3 turns. I don't know how much it helps overall, but it's another stadium. I might rather cut the Faded Town for Rough Seas, unless you're playing like the 220 HP Pokemon, because you do 7, 14, 21, so you can't hit 220 pretty easily, so then you put down the Faded Town, and that 1 turn will allow you to knock them out. 2 Rough Seas, heal 30 from all your Water and Lightning Pokemon. If you notice, we're only playing Water Pokemon, so that can help you out fantastically. 2 Fighting Fury Belts, So you have 40 more HP and do 10 more damage. 3 Float Stone for Garbodors and just switch out between attackers. 4 DC and 5 Water Energies. And this could be the list that Alex used to make top 8. I think it was top 8, maybe top 4, but I'm pretty sure it's top 8 at Dortmund Regionals. I don't have the list in front of me right now. But either way, he made top 8. I don't know, like I said, don't know exact placings. But it's a very interesting deck, and I think it will catch on for sure. I just don't know how big it'll be in Fort Wayne. A lot of people don't take this list serious from the foreign countries. I don't know why. It always baffles me that people don't look at these lists, because this is a really like fantastic idea. Like Vileplume box is really great and all, but the main point you really need is Regice. And the cool thing about Regice too is prevent all effects of attacks included damage, so that's great. Because you know when you attack with Jolteon, it just prevents damage. So if you have an EX that's like discarding your energy somehow, I don't know on top of my head anybody like that. But if there was something like that, or that had some kind of effect, they actually can do it to Jolteon, but Regice they cannot. Like they literally cannot touch Regice with an EX Pokemon. But guys, there we go. There is the Regice Glaceon Garbodor deck. But guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. The rest of the week, hopefully we'll cover stuff about Fort Wayne. If there's some kind of crazy rogue deck that happened, I'll definitely try to cover Rogue Tuesday. Wednesday, once again, we'll cover 2011 decks. Thursday, we're gonna start getting prepared for, I don't know, the next expanded tournament. But like always, we'll find some expanded deck. And then Fan Friday is back, like always. No Q&A this time around. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see this deck in action. Alright, so putting against hands 249, playing a dark, grass, and a colorless deck. I'm not sure what kind of I don't know what kind of combination this is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It could be like maybe a Mega Sceptile Zoroark deck, which actually be really bad. But yeah, we'll like to go first because Zoroark only needs a DC to attack, so they can easily knock us out. So we get a Regice, and I guess we'll start with Regice. Seems good. Yeah, we'll start with Regice. We'll press it done. I don't know what they're playing. It could be a Vespiquen deck, and if that's the case, we can. I'm just gonna put both down, and depending what they start with, obviously we'll just power up that Pokemon on the first turn. Like if it's Vespiquen Zoroark, then obviously we'll attack with Glaceon. If it's not that, we will probably power up Glaceon or Regice. Now, if it's a Mega Sceptile Zoroark deck or something weird like that, then Glaceon still just wins unless they start attacking with Sceptile EX and not. Yeah, this might become really strange for sure. But we'll see what happens. Let's say what does my opponent start to play. Alright, so put down the Glaceon. We'll press done and let's see what's going to happen. Alright, and there is a Bunnelby. That still just literally tells me nothing. Like, I don't know what deck they're playing at all. That does not tell me anything. Alright, so do we just pass? Like, I don't know what they're playing. Alright, so I'm gonna fight for the Glaceon. I'm gonna take a guess. Like, this still work. Like, if this is like a tournament, like I wouldn't know what to do because they started with a Bunnelby, which doesn't, like, literally tells me nothing. Alright, so I'm just gonna Sycamore, but I'm thinking they're playing Vespiquen Zoroark. Alright, so we get a Float Stone and we don't hit anything else with Trainers Mail. Looking for an Ultra Ball, so we got an Ultra Ball. And with the Ultra Ball, I'm going to discard a Regice and a Float Stone to get out of Shaymin to dig for more cards. Yeah, so grab Shaymin, put a Float Stone on the active, and Shaymin set up for 3. We'll play Trainers Mail number 1. We won't grab anything. We'll play Trainers Mail number 2. Not going to grab. We'll grab a Sycamore for next turn. That seems good. We'll grab a Sycamore, put down Shaymin, set up for 4 new cards, and let's see what do we get with the Shaymin. Come on, give me an energy, and there's a DC. That's fantastic. We got an Ultra Ball as well. But I really don't want to discard it. Okay, we get Ultra Ball. Discard the Sycamore. We don't play Super Rod, so this could be a bad decision. No, not the Garbodor. We'll get Trubbish, okay? So put down Trubbish. Put a DC on the Glaceon. And we will just press done onto our opponent's turn. Alright, so I'm just taking a huge risk. I don't know what my opponent's playing. But we could also Ninja Boy that Glaceon into... Okay, there's an Evital. Huge misplay then. Because... yeah, because, you know, Evital is not evolution. Neither is Bunnelby. What kind of grass Pokemon are they playing with this? It's a Vileplume Evital deck. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Oh, okay, Hammer. I don't know what it is anymore. Alright, so Tails, they don't discard it here. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what we're playing against. This could be very interesting. Alright, so I guess our plan is to go with Regice. So he does put a DC on the Evital, which is great. We have Crushing Hammer. We can immediately discard the DCE. We could, like, retreat Water, knock out Bonnelby, and then next turn, Ninja Boy, so there's a Lysandre. So Enhanced Hammer, discard that DCE. We'll play it in. We'll both get a new hand of 6. Okay, there's a Water and no Ninja Boy right now, but we can at least take a knockout. So put a Water Energy in this guy. We will retreat, take a knockout, but we still don't know what our opponent's playing. So we'll crush straight for the knockout. Make where evolutions can hurt us, but I don't think he's playing evolutions. Alright, so take a prize card. We get a Trubbish. Okay, don't care about that. We already discarded one on Garbodors. So here comes Evital. Now Evital cannot knock us out this turn. And if he puts the energy on the active, we could potentially discard it because we do have the Crush Hammer in our hand, which is fantastic. But he probably plays more Crush Hammers. We've seen him play one already. So he might have more. Okay, there's a Cacnea coming down. It's like just a random deck. There's another Evital coming down. There's a Fright Knight coming down. Okay. Like, it's just like just random dot deck going on. Because that's what I'm thinking it is. Like, I don't know what's happening right now. That's what kind of situation we're in. Like, he's definitely just putting down random Pokemon, which is obviously like the worst thing to happen. So let's see if Float Stone going to the active. Does he find like a max elixir? Okay, so no, just pass on to our turn. Okay, so I'm so confused right now. We'll put a Water Energy on Regice. And we'll curse rate for 70. Alright, so hit for 70 that way. Do an 80, sorry, 80. Okay, it's our bonus turn. I literally don't know what's happening right now. What does Cacturn do? Is there something fancy about Cacturn I need to know about? Like, am I missing cards? Or am I just really confused? And okay, so there's a Cacturn, okay. It's dark as well. It does 100 aim. Discard a special attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Well, okay, well, I mean, never mind. Prevent all damage done to it, so he can still use it. It just won't do any damage. So, Float Stone going down to it, okay. There's an end, so both get a new hand of 6. How do we deal with this Cacturn? He can just discard all of our special energies, unless we touch a Water Energy. Hey, so there's a Water Energy, okay, so we can put down the active, and maybe use Second Bite. There's a Darkrai, another Cacnea. Okay, so this is going to be very hard. Crushing Hammer heads, probably discarding that DC off the active. That's what I would do. Okay, what he could have done is attach the energy, discard the water, and do derail. That would be very bad. But he opts not to do that, which is fine with me. Okay, now what we could do is Second Bite the active for a knockout, which is fantastic. If he keeps in the active spot, we can also put down a Shaymin setup. There's a DC going to the bench. Evital, and will he just pass in the active? Let's find out. We have Enhanced Hammer as well. Oh man, both Enhanced Hammers are going to come in like super clutch right now, which is fantastic. Now, will he retreat? He will retreat. Okay. So, do we dig for the Lysandre or not? It's going to be the big question right now. We can put down Regice, put down Shaymin, set up, drawing a bunch of cards. There's a V-Seeker for an in, maybe? He's already played a Support card, so there's in for next turn. He's already played one in, so that doesn't matter anymore. And on to our turn. Well, we're going... Oh. Alright, so we're going to Lysandre this guy. We are going to Enhanced Hammer, discard that DC, Water Energy this guy, and we will Second Bite for the knockout. Going down to 3. Alright, so we're slowly taking the game. There's a Crushing Hammer and a Faded Town. Okay. And let's see, who does he decide to send up? He could send up... I mean, nobody can really attack us this turn unless he plays Max Elixirs. So, like, this weird dot deck, we might have a chance to beat, even though he plays a Cacturn, the discard special energies. But yeah, so there's so Cacnea comes up. If that Cacnea stays there, we could attach a DC and Crystal Ray for a knockout. I don't know why you would promote that unless you have a way to attack with this turn. What does this attack do? This one's Swagger 10. Flip a coin if it has discarded your attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Fantastic. Okay. But he hasn't even touched energy. Like, we discarded 2 DC so far. That's why. So Dark Energy the active, okay. And we'll see an end. We'll both get a new hand. He gets 6, and we get 3. And does he find a Cacturn or not? Does he keep Cacnea down? There's a DCE, so we can Ultra Ball discard Glaceon whenever, get a Shaymin set up. So Swagger for 10, and tells he does not discard the energy, which is fantastic. Oh no, our turn, we get a Crushing Hammer. Okay, so we can put a DC in the active, take a knockout. Or we can Ultra Ball for Shaymin, take a knockout that way, and he can't discard energy with Cacturn. I think I like that play a little bit more. I'm going to risk it here. Try to dig for a Water G with these other Shaymin that's in our deck. So grab Shaymin. We'll put that down, set it for 5, and do we find a Water G or not? That's going to be the big question. And let's see, what do we get? And nope, there's not a... Okay. So I think now we just play it safe. We'll put a DC in the active and just Crystal Wave for a knockout. Go down to 2 prize cards. Alright, so Crystal Wave for the knockout. Alright, so go down to 2. Let's see, there is a golden Ultra Ball. We could maybe search out Garbodor, but I don't think my opponent even plays like abilities that we really care about too much. He could, I mean, if I'm an opponent, I send him Cacturn right now. Just because that's free treat and we have a DC attached to us. I guess we should have put the Rough Seas down, but like Derail is only going to do 30, then we could bump that. There's a Crush Hammer, has gun discard a Water G off the active, okay. Alright, so things are going to become weird. So there's a Dark Energy go to the active, and he's going to hit us. Yeah, so he's gonna hit us. Okay, how many DCs are in a discard pile? There's 1, 2. There's about to be 2 in there. There's a Float Stone going down to the Evital. Okay. And there's a Float Stone going down to the Darkrai. Alrighty. If we top deck. Okay, there's an never mind. I was gonna say if we top deck a Water Energy, we could VS Seeker for Delinquent. Like put down Rough Seas, VS Seeker for Delinquent, Crush Hammer, try and discard the energy off the active, and put it down to 0. There's a DC in our hand, which is fantastic. We can at least Crystal Ray, but then he's gonna bump it back because he has 100 HP left, unfortunately. That's not good. And then we're down 3 DCEs. So Derail going to discard the DC onto our turn. What do we draw to? There's a Ninja Boy. I mean, like, our only attackers are, like, doesn't really matter. So put a DC in the active. We'll Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 70 cards. We should have plenty of cards left. There's another Water, which is fantastic. There's a Garbodor and a Crush Hammer. Oh, man. Do we play Crush Hammer right now or save one of these bench? I think I'm going to save one of the bench, guys. I think I'm going to Crystal Ray for 70. Next turn, put a Water in the active. And then we should be good just to swing with Regice. How many Crush Hammers have my opponent played? He's played 3 Crush Hammers, so he might have 1 more left. Alright, so we'll see a Derail for sure to discard the DCE, but then we have a Water Energy. We'll second bite for the knockout, and then you'll send it somebody, then we attach a DC to the Regice, and then we start using, oh, there's a T-Flare Grunt. Oh no, oh, everything's gone bad now. Everything's terrible. Alright, so now we have to think of what we're going to do. Alright, so 2, 3, 4. We have 1 Water left after these 2. Oh, that is bad. That is real bad. Oh man. Okay. All right. So we could be almost out of energies. We do play Super Rod. I think earlier I said we don't play Super Rod, but we do. There's a Dark Energy on the Darkrai. I mean, even it's all sorry. Okay. So I guess we need Super Rod, right? So gonna discard a DCE. Okay. Onto our turn. We get an Ultra Ball. So I'm gonna Crush Hammer, try to discard the Dark Energy of this guy. Tails, that does not work. We'll put down Garbodor. We'll put a Water. Oh, we can't even like do anything really. So we'll put that there. Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2, and let's look what's left in our deck. So we'll grab Regice, and if we do play Super Rod, I think we play Super Rod. I think it's prized. Yep. All right. So we'll press pass onto our opponent's turn. Okie dokie. So our plan now is like cry a little bit because it's our last DC. If he hits us. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, okay. So I think our plan is like to DC the active. And like it all comes down to does he have another Crushing Hammer? And there's another Cacnea coming down. Okay, we gotta deal with 1 more of these. Fantastic. Alright, so does he have okay, the first question is do we top deck the last Water Energy? If we top deck the last Water Energy, we get a second bite for the knockout, which would be fantastic. If we don't top deck Water Energy, we gotta put a DC in the active and just commit with the Crystal Ray. So let's see what's gonna happen. What does hands 249? Does he have a VS Seeker? If he has a VS Seeker, that's gonna put us in an interesting situation. I'm really tempted to just pass if he just like VS Seekers for teammates, or not teammates, for VS Seeker for a team Flare Grunt. But does he send the Evital? He could snipe us. And there's a second marker. He's going to discard his hand, draw 7 cards. And let's see, what does he discard? Did he discard a VS Seeker? I think he did, right? I think that VS Seeker was in his hand. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm crazy. There's a Dark Unit guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so... He can send the Evital and Evaball for a ton of damage. Which is obviously... Oh, no, he's just going to pass. He's not even going to derail, which is fairly interesting. So put a DC in the active, and then we'll play Sycamore. Discard a hand, draw 7 cards. Okay. And let's see. There's a Float Stone, Faded Town, Rough Seas. So Rough Seas, heal that 10 damage. We will Crush Hammer, try and discard the energy off this. Tails, okay. And we will go for Curse Ray for the knockout. Now, our plan next turn is a light. Why did he even derail? I guess he just like, alright, can't discard energy. I guess I'm just going to leave it here in the active spot. But I definitely would have retreated to Evital. But let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He actually can't take a knockout on us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he can only do 160 this turn, but then we can VS Seeker for Lysandre, bring up the Cacnea and knock it out. Unless he evolves it this turn, then we can't Lysandre it out. And our plan is to cry because we did not hit our Super Rod for our last prize card. But it all comes down to, does he have another Cacturn in his hand? Let's see. Or did he time out? That could be another thing as well. And that's why he didn't attack us last turn. If he doesn't do anything. Okay, there's an Eva Soda, so he's going to get a Cacturn out. This is not good. This is not good at all. So he's going to get Cacturn out, okay? Alright. Alright. Does he have energy? Alright, so this is... Okay, he has a Dark Energy. Fantastic. Alright, so here comes... How do we deal with this now? In. Perfect. Perfect. I was at least hoping for water energy. I mean, not an in, but obviously, okay, there's, okay, thank you, in. Thank you for coming back in my hand. Because I think our plan was like the Lysandre's the Evital and hit it and then hit it again and then keep hitting it for 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Top deck of water energy. Oh, he can't do any damage of us because we curse away, I guess. That's why. So put a water energy in the active. We'll play in, and does he find? If he finds a VS Seeker for whatever we lose, like we for real lose. So we'll second bite for 30. Okay, and then 3, 4, 3, 5. We actually can't knock it out next turn either. We only do 60. Okay. So, does he find a VS Seeker for a Team Flare Grunt? If he does, he wins the game because they have no more energies. So, there's a DC going to Evital. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 140, which is still not enough for a knockout. And does he have a VS Seeker for a... I mean, maybe he doesn't want to discard energies anymore because he wants to knock us out Evital. That might be his plan as well. And he wants to keep energies on the active. And I'm fine with that. Like, I'm 100% fine with that play. Oh man, we just prized our. I'm pretty sure the deck plays Super Rod if I remember correctly, and the only Super Rod is prized. So he's gonna treat the Evital, okay? So he's gonna hit us for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 140. Yep. So Evaball, okay, for 140. All right, so on our turn, there's a Rough Seas. So Rough Seas go down to 110. We have 100 HP left. If he takes a knockout, he wins because we have no more energies. So I think our plan is to Lysandre this guy and hope that he can't get enough energies. He has 2 DCs already played. There's a third one. Okay. So he has 1 left somewhere. He has 3, 4, 5 darks in play already. But he has to touch 2 darks. So by then he can retreat to that guy, which is obviously not good at all. We could Lysandre bring up this guy and hope he doesn't have energy because then we could 2-shot it. Let me make sure I did the math. So it does 20, and this attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter your opponent's active wants. So 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60. We're 10 damage off right now. So I think I'm going to VS Seeker for Lysandre. Bring up the Fright Night Evital, and hopefully get it stuck in the act spot. That's our plan. So we're going to second bite for 30. Okay, or 20, sorry. 20, 20, 20. Oh, because the fighting field doesn't work. That's fine, whatever. Alright, but we'll see. Maybe he doesn't have any more energies. I mean, if he doesn't have energy, then okay, there's an escape rope, which I'm actually okay with this. So I'm going to set up the Regice. Okay, alright. So take a knockout. Ugh. Okay, alright. Okay. How do we deal with this? We got to take another Lysandre, that's for sure. I'm glad. Oh man, yeah. If we hit the CAC turn last turn, we might have been okay to win the game next turn. If we top deck a VS Seeker, that's the question. Do we top deck a VS Seeker? And that's like, if we don't top deck a VS Seeker and we sit the wrong Pokemon, we lose next turn. Document the active. Okay, so yeah, that would have been a horrible play because he could have traded the CAC turn for 1 energy. And does he have VS Seeker for Lysandre? If he does, he wins this game. But he might be like really thinking about knocking out the Regice because it has like Resistant Blizzard is so scary. So there's the Evo Ball for the knockout, doing 140. Okay, so I think my plan is to set up Garbodor and just wait. Alright. I'll take a VS Seeker. Alright, so Rough Seas. Alright. Oh man, we top deck a VS Seeker. Are you kidding me? Has our opponent played Lysandre yet? They have played a Lysandre, but they've only played 1 VS Seeker, 2 Float Stones. 4 Float Stones are in play, okay? 1 escape rope. There is 6 darks in play. There's 3 DCEs. I think I'm just gonna pass right now. And just hope he doesn't VS Seeker Lysandre for Glaceon. If he doesn't, we'll VS Seeker Lysandre as Evital and see what happens. Yeah, but we are in trouble, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. That Evital is scary. If he has 1 DC left, he wins this game pretty much. But I'm not gonna give up. Don't worry. We never give up here. I just like this is definitely like a weird deck to play against, and it has we definitely. That's all I can say is we played against. Okay, so darkening that guy, which is fantastic. That's 1 less dark we have to worry about. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so Eve Ball. Okay, so now it's our time. We have to Lysandre his Evital and hope he does not have a way to retreat this guy. So send the Glaceon. Okay, so we need at least 2 turns. Is this going to work or not? So onto our turn, we get a VS Seeker. Oh, double VS Seeker. So we have Rough Seas. Okay, we'll VS Seeker for a Lysandre. Bring up that Evital and hopefully get stuck in the ice spot. So we'll bring up that guy. We have 160 HP left. We get knocked out no matter what. We'll second bite for 40. Okay. Then he has up to 60 and then 6, 7, 8. So next time we can knock out this Evital EX. Alright. Yep. Does he have a way to retreat this Evital? There's a Crush Hammer. Okay, alright. So how do we deal with this now? We have 7 cards. Our opponent has a ton left. And we have no energies. So Rough Seas. Alright. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's doing 140. So we're gonna press done onto our opponent's turn. Maybe he'll Sycamore. Maybe he'll discard his hand for some reason. Alright, we just gotta learn to never give up, and that's what we're gonna try to do right now. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work. I mean, okay, so pass on to our turn. We get a Trubbish or Rough Seas again, healing that Glaceon. Okay. We'll press done. This is gonna be good. This is gonna go downhill real quick, guys. Alright, so their opponent's turn. Alright, does the place. Okay, so nope, pass on our turn. We get a Lysandre. Okay, so press done. On to our opponent's turn. Just wait for him to play Sycamore. Just wait for him to play some cards down. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping he plays his cards down. Alrighty. Does our opponent... Okay, so pass on our turn. Okay. So we get a Float Stone. We're not going to play any cards. We're going to press done. Alright. So... So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we have like barely any. So this is not going to work. Like we're going to VS Seeker for an N. And that's not going to matter. So we'll VS Seeker for N. Okay. We can go. We can do this for a little. Maybe my opponent will get mad. And yeah. Oh, that's perfectly fine, Pokemon. I do not care that we have less cards. All right. So we have 1. But then he's going to have 9 left. 11 left. Cool. All right, so we'll press done. All right, so yeah, we pretty much lost this game because when he like that double Crush Hammer, like that killed us. Like, I mean, it didn't kill us, but like it did some work. All right, but maybe my opponent will play Sycamore now. Huh? Yeah, you'll play Sycamore now? No, just pass. Oh, hands. Okay, so Dark Energy active. Okay, don't care about that. Let's see, what does he decide to do here? I'm fine with him playing a Sycamore. That's what we're hoping for. We play Sycamore, we win the game. Because there's no way he can take a knock on our Glaceon. I mean, maybe. Okay, so pass on our turn, alright. So we'll get a Super Rod, we'll press done. On to our opponent's turn, alright. Does he keep passing? Does he play Sycamore? Okay, pass on our turn. Alright, so we'll press done again. Come on, Sycamore. Come on, Sycamore. Come on, Sycamore, your hand away. Come on, opponent. This is not looking good, guys. This is not looking good at all. So press done again. Okay, we have 2 cards left in our deck. This is bad. This is real bad, guys. I don't think we're gonna win this game. I don't think we're gonna win this game. Like, my opponent played Crushing Hammers, our Super Rod prize. Hold on, let's make sure Super Rod's not a prize card. Let's make sure we didn't discard it. Yeah, we discarded. Alright, so there's a Lysandre. We'll press done. Alright, so it's up to our opponent right now. Does he play Sycamore? If he plays Sycamore, we win. Alright, so we'll Team Flare Grunt, discard the Dark Energy. We'll put down Trubbish, put down Float Stone, put down Faded Town, and we'll pass on to our opponent's turn. And that's going to be the game. So I guess, like, if your opponent plays a deck that can discard all your energies, you lose. And victory. I'm so confused. I don't even know what just happened. How did we win? Why did this just happen? Oh my goodness. Do we play Super? I'm pretty sure we play Super Rod, right? So let's end our deck. Hold on, let's look at our opponent's deck real quick. Yep. Only 3 DCs. Okay, so 3 DCs. Very interesting. Alright, so yep, that's main deck Monday right there. But let's look at our deck. Let's end my deck. I'm like 100% sure we play Super Rod, right? Yep, we play Super Rod. Our last Super Rod was prized. I mean, I don't know how much difference it would have made because I want to hit the Crushing Hammer and Team Flare Grunt at the same time, and we would have had no energies to play regardless, but it would have bought us another couple turns of attaching energies to the active and maybe taking a knockout. But guys, there we go. If you want to play this Regice Glaceon deck, so the only downside of playing this deck, right, is you play against evolutions that discard your energies. That's gonna be really bad. Or just evolution that discard your energies. It's not so much basic Pokemon, like I said earlier. Basic Pokemon need a couple energies to attack. All the good ones, at least. That I think on top of my head. And even then, like the good ones, like make sure, because this was EX, right? So all the EXs that can attack you for single energies don't matter. And like the only good ones is like Volcanion, but you can one-shot the Volcanion with Regice. But then they play Ranger. Like, Volcanion's probably, like, your worst matchup like, in format-wise. But but then you have Garbodor. Then it becomes weird, but they play Ranger. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Like, Ranger versus Regice, who would win that? Because Regice doesn't one-shot a Volcanion, but they one-shot you. This deck doesn't have max elixirs. It becomes very strange. But guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of Main Deck Monday. I know we won, but we lost at the same time. I don't know what's happened. But guys, hopefully you had a great weekend at Fort Wayne. Hopefully you're exciting. And this week we're going to cover what happened at Fort Wayne. We're going to try our best, or maybe next week, whenever Pokemon decides to post the deck list for top 8. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great Monday. Alrighty. Bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our three sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.